What's up, people? I am making videos like there's no tomorrow, and I don't really know why, but I'm just gonna go with it, even if I get 50 views a video. I'm, of course, I look at that kind of stuff, but it's not the be-all end-all for me. So, I wanted to tell you a story. I should really make this video about just that, but I'm not going to because I have some stuff I haven't shown, and I thought it might be interesting because a lot of it's Japanese and whatever. So I'll fly through that and I'll tell the story. I think, which should I put first? I'll save the story for the end because I get kind of worked up every time I thought I was over it and I tell the story and I get like really mad and angry, and those are the same thing. Well, not necessarily mad, could be crazy, and it applies in this case. But, so I'll show you just a few pickups and I'll try to be faster than usual. I probably always say that anyway. And, kind of talk about what I've been up to. I forgot to show that. Where is it? Is it here? It is here. Okay. Let's do this. So I'll just go through the pile. In no order, because it's just in a pile. I ordered this from the US, and it really can't disappoint because I knew what was going to be on it, and the fact that stuff's in 3D, I don't care about. I was watching Grubgun's latest video today, and what was it that he bought? Now I won't remember. Oh, he got The Order 1886, and I forgot to mention that in the comments. I loved that game. Like, it got trashed in reviews and stuff, but I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I don't care if there's no online, and I don't care if it takes 6 hours, 7 hours to play. I enjoyed every minute that I played it, and whatever. I played it, and then I bought the special box edition because I wanted to have it, because it's awesome. So, anyway, he was saying, well, look at this, it comes with stickers, and what game comes with stickers these days? Well, free inside, classic Sega decals. Look at that. Bam. This does. This comes with stickers. Sega 3D Classics Collection. And, you know, like I said, you can't really be disappointed in it if you know a little bit about the games, and it's pretty sweet to have. Power Drift, Puyo Puyo 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, Fantasy Zone 2, Altered Beast, Fantasy Zone 2, different version, I guess, Galaxy Force 2, Thunderblade, Maze Walker, whatever. The problem is, I wasn't a Sega kid. I was a Nintendo kid. So I want something like this for, you know, Nintendo and Super Nintendo. It's a Nintendo console, but no, they have the virtual console. I don't know. Anyway, this is something that I can't not buy. And of course, I messed around with the 3D. It was kind of cool on, where'd it go? Galaxy Force 2. But I'm a 2D shooter guy, so anyway, that was something that I was happy to import. I bought this. My wife, I said I was going to go in order, but I won't. Okay, so I finished this. This is Uncharted 4, Japanese version. Last night or today, I can't remember. It was great. I was unsatisfied with one part of the ending. I'll just leave that, and I won't say what about it for now, but I just thought, why? Why wouldn't you do this when you could? I don't know. But overall, just great fun. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful game, great acting, and I was talking with my friend Martin today, and I just realized that's what he said, so I'm not stealing his words. I feel the same way. But I did kind of think, really? Why? About something, but we'll leave that. And my wife's almost done. She's actually right there, but you can't see her. With the game. And when we're done with that, I want to put this next one that I'm going to show you in and play it and see if she wants to play with me or just watch, because she really enjoyed The Last of Us, and at first she was kind of into watching it, and then we ended up playing it together, which is always great, you know. The couple that plays together stays together. I would much rather say that than happy wife, happy life. What about happy husband, happy life? It works both ways, people. Anyway, I have this on the PC, and I paid a little bit for it on the PC because I got my new gaming PC, and I had to know, did I share this already? I hope not, whatever. If the graphics were going to be good on it and stuff, because this is meant to be quite demanding, and it looks good. But I want to play it in the living room. This is Dying Light. The following, this is the special edition, so it's got, this says Enhanced Edition, so it's got the DLC and stuff. And I was told it's on the disc, because I bought it used. So I hope that the dude in the game store knew what he was talking about. So it looks like inside. I do like that the Xbox One cases, and I've probably mentioned this before, have the disc on the opposite side to usual, but and also Xbox One is just not doing so sweet in Japan, so it's kind of neat to have Xbox One Japanese games. I usually prefer the spine to be in English, but in this case, I mean, I can play it in 4K. I feel like I've talked about this before. Oh well, I can play it in 4K. If I've shown this already, I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like I really have. Anyway, moving on. I got the American one with the gold amiibo, and I didn't think I'd be able to, but I did, so yay for that. Still haven't seen any gold amiibo Mega Man figures here in Japan. This is the Japanese version of the same one. This is Rockman Classics Collection for the 3DS. And for the 3DS, this is Hoshino Kabi Robobo Planetto. This is the new Kirby game for the 3DS. And I don't know if it was, maybe it was Amazon special bonus stuff. It came with a little magnet, and you can put it on your refrigerator or leave it in this little package to look at, like I probably will. Or to drop on the floor, as the case may be. Okay, yeah, we're getting down to the end here. A couple of Blu-ray 3Ds, 3D Blu-rays. Didn't own any. I wanted to have a couple. And these are two movies that I haven't seen yet. I recently got this used TV, partly because it's 2013. It was super cheap. It came with a Wii U basically thrown in. I wanted one with a newer game mode that actually helps it, so my Retron 5 is there. Now I use it. It's great. I love it. My big problem with it was the input lag. It was just unbearable. Mario, do whoop, impossible. But now it works great, so no complaints really. It's not perfect, but it's for the price and everything, awesome. Anyway, so I have a 3D TV, and I wanted to have a couple. I'm not trying to have a collection, but I want to have a few, and they're cheap, and they're movies I thought I would watch more than once. So here we go. I got Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy, and as of the time of recording this video, I still haven't watched them. They don't have Japanese, so I gotta watch them when my wife's not home, or when she just doesn't care. I wish they did, but I got these cheap. I got them off Zavi.co.uk. You do what you gotta do. But the thing is, if she wants to watch something, we can rent it, because we live in Japan, so yeah. Two more things. Three, I guess. I mentioned this before. I think I might have kind of shown it. This is my Uncharted guide, which I have almost not used at all. I finished the game without using it. If and when I go back and I want to try to get more trophies and collectibles and stuff, I'll totally use it. But I wanted to play through the game without any of that, because that's cat hair. Anyway, it also came with this, and I don't think I showed this. It's not like a spoiler or anything, but it's got this little coin. And I thought that was kind of neato. If I can get a decent grip on it. Yeah, so pretty cool. Maybe I'll use that or something, I don't know, in a future video. I'm still trying to decide how to do the t-shirt giveaway video, but I'm planning to do that. Two more pickups and then I'll tell you a story. This is, I don't know if this is rare, honestly. I mean, I'm sure it's less common than a lot of my Super Famicom games, but I've never seen this in a hard off or a store. But after I bought it, I did find it on eBay for $8 or $10. So it's not the steal that I was hoping it was. Basically what this is a cartridge for the Super Famicom that let people bet using a modem, I believe. It would have to be, yeah, on horse races, as I understand it. Maybe I'm off, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Anyway, and the cart color is not normal, like it's I don't know if I call that black, but it's almost like N64 smoke gray black something. Anyway, you can't play it, you can't do anything, you put it in, it plays Camptown races, it asks you to put in your code, you know, so that you can bet, and it's like if you're under 20, I think you can't do it or whatever, but totally just something to have in the collection. But I know there are a few Super Nintendo carts that were different colors. I have one thanks to Mr. Dude, the red one. I don't have a black one or a red one. Anyway, the carts are just so ugly, and there's no spine labels and whatever, so it's nice to have the variation. And it's just something weird, you know. But you can get this on eBay for $8 or $10, so kind of not anything that special, at least for now. And last, this also I thought I got a great deal on it, but then I checked Amazon Japan and it was just kind of cheap. I paid about 60% of what it goes for. But, well, I'll show you. This is Umihara Kawase Shun, and I don't know if they've ever released this. I feel like maybe it finally has gotten a Western release because it's out on the 3DS, the DS, the PSP, the PS Vita, the PlayStation 1. There's two versions on the PlayStation 1. There's two versions on... Wait. No. And then also on the Super Famicom. And I think I have all of them. It's a platformer, but you use a fishing pole to kind of swing around, and I don't know. It's pretty cool. But this one is in, I would say, near mint condition. And, you know, the case is good. And then when I open it up, I just got it today. Oh, oops. It still has this little picture stand thing in the plastic, right? And the manual and the disc. Here's the manual. It's color. And I guess you can see it's got the spine card and a survey card. There's the disc. The back of the disc is scratch free. So yeah, I was really happy to get this in the condition that it's in. Really nice. And all PlayStation 1 games, well, let me try again. All PlayStation 3s play the same region PlayStation 1 games. Most of them don't play PlayStation 2, but they all play PlayStation 1. Yes, it's emulation, but still, they play them. So I could pop this into my red PlayStation 3 back there, and it would play. I haven't done it yet. But if you want to have... yeah. I like to have scan lines on my PlayStation 1 games, so I usually use a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 1, and then I play it on a CRT, or I use the FrameMeister. But if I wanted to do it with the PS3, I could run it through the FrameMeister via component. But unless it's been updated and I don't know, I still can't make an HDMI input go have scan lines with the FrameMeister. Somebody, if anybody watches this video, you can let me know. Okay, so I spent 12 minutes on pickups. This, why? This video is supposed to be to tell you a story about how I almost killed someone. Not really. I just remembered I have this. Can you see how it's sweating? Yeah. I brought this out to drink it and I forgot to open it. It's a lemon chew hut. It's basically vodka and lemon and sparkly goodness. Are you asleep? I better raid. I gotta pause this because I have to play Star Wars. My wife has been a bad girl. While I was recording the first part of this video, she was playing our Star Wars game that we play together. The thing is, after midnight, stuff resets, and in this case it's hard to explain, but we're in the same guild, which I paid money, not real money, to make, and after midnight we both knew that we had to participate in the raid, and I was ranked number 3, and I would have kept that ranking, certainly, but I was making this video and I forgot, oh, that's right, at 12 I need to do it. And she didn't remind me. So she's like, he's making a YouTube video. Here's my chance. Because every time I get past her on the ranking, she gets mad at me. So I went from 3rd to 6th because I didn't get to do it because it finished while I was making the video. And she's in 5th. So she's a little bit happy. And you know what? Whatever. Alright then. So that means that I have to edit the video for nothing, essentially, other than now I get to tell you that story. What was I on about then? So I was going to tell you what happened yesterday. Was it yesterday? No. Yeah. I went to work on Saturday, and I went to work on Sunday, and I've been working every day this month, which isn't saying much. It's only the 6th as I make this, whatever. Basically, I don't have days off. And I was coming home, and because it had been raining that morning, I didn't ride my bicycle. I took the bus. And so I went to stand in line for the bus, and there was a dude, Japanese dude. I don't know, let's say he's about 55. I'm just guessing. He was sitting on the bench, but clearly he was there waiting for the bus. And I wanted to make it clear, and I ride the bus fairly often, maybe a few times a week, that, yeah, I'm standing in line, but I'm aware that you're here, and I'm going to let you get on the bus first. Because I'm all about being polite, and, you know, when in Rome, or when in Japan, whatever, when in Kobe. So I stood at the front of where the line always is. Whenever there's a line for the bus, there's a place where people line up. Because if you line up too close to the street, then people can't pass on the sidewalk. So they line up along the railing overlooking the river. And I was going to make a diagram, but whatever. Just use the words to create the picture in your imagination. And I'm standing there for a good 5 minutes. Because we had both just missed the bus that went prior. I even remember the times. We missed the bus at 46, and the next bus was at 59. So how you like that, huh? And we got there at 48, 49, something like that. So it was 5-10 minutes. Anyway, along comes this, I'm going to say he's 60. But fit, healthy, he's not like feeble or anything. Not that that's that old, you know what I mean? But I'm just trying to make it clear. He just walks right by the dude on the bench, right by me, and walks up to the very edge of the sidewalk to the street where the bus pulls up. Like it's just the edge where you step onto the bus. And starts reading a book. Okay, obviously I'm standing here waiting for the bus. There's no doubt. It's not like I'm just, you know, playing a game. I'm waiting for the bus. There can be no question about that. There's the dude at the bench as well. Now, I've heard people tell me in the past, or I've had Japanese people say, well, if you're sitting on the bench, you're not really in line, but it's up for debate, right? But this guy just walked right by me, right? And later, a girl came and she stood behind me because I know what's up. I ride the bus a few times a week, like I said. I used to ride it every day, 2 or 3 times a day, 4 or 5 times a day, whatever. So, I don't want to make a scene, but I've been putting up with this kind of stuff for so long. I just can't take it anymore. And it's like, yeah, I speak Japanese, bring it. So finally, as I see the buses just off in the distance, I'm being polite, and I just say to the guy, excuse me, are you riding the bus? And he's like, yeah. Oh, okay, well, actually I was in line, and so was he. He's first, I'm second, so that would make you third, so it's cool or whatever, you know. And he's like, oh, really? Of course I'm translating from Japanese, but Japanese, he said, so. And it was like, already I knew, oh, it's on. I knew that he was just going to be an ass about it. Which, I mean, I shouldn't have been surprised because he walked right in front of me. So then I was just like, well, do I just leave it? Or do I say something? And then I said something because I'm tired of just leaving it. What's he going to do? I mean, who knows what he might do. But anyway, I said, you know what? I've had people cutting in line from time to time for so long. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. So, I realize that this next bus is probably going to be empty, and it doesn't matter, but it's just the principle of it. And as I'm saying that, like as I'm trying to make that, you know, clear or communicate that, and all the while actually trying to be nice about it and not, hey, mother, you know, just come on, right? Maybe, I don't know. He cuts me off and he says, well, I wouldn't expect you to understand. And then he looks at the dude, the Japanese guy sitting on the bench, and he's like, but maybe you understand. When you're standing there, you're sitting here, you give up your place. It's forfeit. You're not really in line. So what he's trying to say is you have to be like right up basically against where the bus is going to come, or you're not really standing in line. And I said, okay, so you're actually telling me that I'm standing right here and I'm not in line? He's like, no. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Very condescending, his tone and everything about it. Give me a little credit. I have lived here for 14 years. I'm pretty sure I have a bit of a feeling about how that is. And it was just like, you know, even that, so? Because normally when you say that to someone, they say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Even if they did it on purpose because it's like embarrassing, right? He's like, oh, really? Anyway. I'm happy I haven't broken anything yet while I'm telling this story. So, I'm flabbergasted, okay? The bus pulls in, and I'm just like, really? This is how you're gonna be about this? The guy on the bench stands up, and he just lets the guy out. He's like, oh, get on the bus. I have no spine. Or maybe he's just doesn't care, you know? Maybe he's a good Buddhist or something. He just realizes, pick your battles. It's not worth it. I know it. I know it's not worth it, but it's like the most basic morality. If you can't stand in line, you know, what can you do? Can we just start? Why am I trying to educate people? It doesn't matter. I could have said, but I couldn't take it, and I still can't take it. So the guy lets him on the bus, and then that guy sitting down who was before me, he's like, "Oh, you go ahead." No, okay, I'm not getting on the bus before you. You were before me. I don't know. It's not a cultural thing, and it's not at all. Waiting in line is waiting in line. That's all. It's just some people are asses, right? And they use the fact that Japanese and some other Asian cultures are people tend to be non-confrontational, and they know that, so they like use that to their advantage. And I'm not a confrontational person, except when I am. And so I just said, no, dude, get on the bus. And then the girl behind me, she's waiting for me to get on the bus because it's my turn. I said, nah, I'm sorry, I can't get on the bus, because she witnessed the whole exchange. Because I'm sick to my stomach now, and I'm disgusted. I'll walk home. So, I mean, that was my decision. I could have gotten on the bus. But I walked 30 minutes home carrying some heavy bags, whatever. It's not the end of the world. I needed the walk anyway because I've gained weight. But I get home and talk to a couple friends who live here about it. And my one friend, I said, I'm going to go to the bus office because, you know, this guy said that to me, and I was pretty sure that I was right. But you know what? If I'm not sure, I'm not going to preach at someone, or I'm not going to be like, hey man, no, you're wrong. Because what's the point? What if at the end I end up being wrong? Then it's just embarrassing. So I just let it go. I was still mad, obviously, but okay, let's go find out. So I rode my bicycle, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever, to the bus office. I had other things I wanted to be doing, by the way. Like I wanted to be finishing Uncharted 4, which I did, but later. But I went to the bus office, and I told my friend who has been here for a long time, that's what I was doing. He's like, they won't give you a straight answer. But they did. They said I was, this guy, 100% right. They were glad that I challenged the guy for the sake of the other people who ride the bus. That the only problem in that situation was his morals. And I'm just translating directly from Japanese, okay? They use the word morals, so don't give me crap about that. PC. People. What's that about then? Random crap. And so then I said, well, apparently some people don't understand how to ride the bus. What are the actual rules? And they just said, look, man, it's simply the order that you arrive at the stop. Whether you're sitting or standing, whoever gets there first, second, third, that's the order you get on the bus. There's nothing to it. That's all. And people should know that. And I said, okay, well, just in case they don't, maybe you could put a sign up, because I don't need to be dealing with people like this. And if there's a sign, then he has no argument, right? And I would just love, or even like a little pamphlet. Please read this. I don't know, but they got nothing. And I checked tonight, nothing's up, so I'm actually thinking about going again and asking him again, could you really think about just printing a little piece of paper? I mentioned to my friend, maybe I'll make a piece of paper and put it up there. I don't know. But I think a lot of people think, oh, Japan is the most polite country and blah, blah, blah. And it is. It's extremely polite and safe, and maybe that's why it bothers me that much more. I don't know. But, by the way, I'm holding this tape. I don't know if I mentioned it, because I'm recording with my iPad in the most peculiar way. I'll put a picture in here you can see. It's all about the angles. Anyway, I don't know what that makes me obsessive or what, but I just couldn't let it go. And knowing that I was right made it easier, like made me feel a lot better, but it's still that guy, you know? So, 39 years of nonviolence. Almost came to an end, not really. What I really wanted to do, though, I thought about this at the time, As the bus came up, I just wanted to be like, in Japanese, of course, "Hey man, you want to ride the bus that bad? Go right ahead!" And just push him on and walk away. But I don't think it would be worth the consequences. 5 seconds of fury. Thank you for watching. Okay, that's all. Love you, bye.